Hi folks, and welcome to today's video. Bed rest is not the best way to beat back pain. Now, before we start on today's video, let me just remind you guys, if you are enjoying the content I bring to you on a weekly basis, hit that subscribe button. My aim is to help as many people out there as possible, suffering from lower back pain issues, herniated discs, sciatica nerve pain, etc. So if you want to keep me creating content to help you folks out there, help me, okay? Subscribe to my channel and I'll bring you more great content. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay folks, so today's video, bed rest is not the best way to beat back pain. Now at one time, doctors did recommend people to, rest, lie down on your back, days, weeks, whatever. But more recently, last 5-10 years, that has not been the main recommendations. But a lot of us instinctively think, oh, I've hurt my back, I need to go, lie down, rest for, a few days, whatever. But actually it could be hurting you. So I just want to go over a couple of reasons why bed rest is not the best way to deal with back pain. So number one, it actually weakens your core. Now when I talk about your core, we're talking about your stomach muscles through here, but also your back muscles, the side muscles that run up and down either side of your rib cage as well. They all help support your spine and they are essentially your core muscles. With inactivity, with being sedentary, if you know the expression, you don't use it, you lose it, okay? So by you resting for a long period, you actually the muscles start to get weaker, you become detrained, more of the stress goes onto the joint, onto the spine itself, okay? And you actually are in a worse state. So basically bed rest, it weakens your core, okay? Number two, you actually get a reduction in nutrient delivery. So when you're lying down at rest, you're not moving, the nutrients that come into your spine to help heal the tissue is less. Why is this? Well, when we move, we're stimulating blood getting pumped around the body. Blood takes nutrients to where they're needed, yeah? If we're just resting down, the heart rate will drop, okay? Nutrient delivery is not as efficient, therefore we're going to take longer to heal. Now following on from number two is actually number three, is the prolonging of inflammation. Because we're not getting this exchange of material, basically the inflammatory material has been taken away, removed by the body, nutrients coming into the body, that inflammation phase takes longer to overcome, okay? So it's another reason why bed rest is not the best. Number three, it prolongs inflammation. Number four, actually you will find there is changes in the disc size. So when you lie down, gravity doesn't act upon your spine, the disc reabsorbs water and it gets larger. Now if you've actually done some damage to your back, which is an annular tear, for example, where you tear this particular material around about the disc, it's called the annulus fibers, and your disc swells up, when you lie down, you're more prone, potentially herniating or bulging that disc when you go to move around again. Throughout the day, with the pressure acting upon your spine, our discs actually get smaller, yeah? That's why when you wake up in the morning, that's the tallest you'll be for the day, because the discs are full of water, fully hydrated, and when you go to bed at night, they have, of course, shrunk a little bit, and that's the shortest point of the day. So if you do spend a lot of time in bed recovering after your back injury, your back pain, you may increase the chances of actually herniating or bulging a disc due to that over time spent in the bed. Now number five is actually, you can actually change the spinal mechanics by lying too long in bed. You start to lose that lordotic curve that we have in the lumbar spine, we start to flatten it out. When you change the spinal mechanics, that can of course affect predisposition to injury and existing problems you may have. So that's five major reasons why you should be avoiding bed rest. Now, when I say avoid bed rest, I'm not saying avoid it completely, right? Of course, initially, with pain, you need to lie down, 20, 30 minutes, a couple hours, but you want to limit that time to when you're in severe pain, okay? They recommend now no more than 2 days maximal bed rest is all we really need, and then they want to get you moving again as quick as possible, get you being active, getting blood supply, getting good nutrients in, taking bad materials away, and then in that area heal. One of the major things with excessive bed rest, and I was actually talking to a client about this earlier today, is you actually reduce the load carrying capacity of the spine. So as the core starts to weaken, the muscles become very weak. To the point where they can, it's very hard for them to stabilize. And quite often people will get a lot of muscle spasms, because the muscles are just, they're so weak. They're like, oh my God, I'm trying to, every movement you do, it's trying to sort of, grab you because it's too scared that you're going to collapse. You wouldn't collapse, but it's just a layman's terms way of expressing it. So basically, you're actually reducing the load carrying capacity of your spine, therefore increasing your chance of an injury, further down the line. So it's very important to get active as soon as possible. Now, when you do have that initial pain, one of the first things you want to do is ice that area, okay? They do recommend ice for the first 48 hours. It helps to reduce any inflammation. It helps to, basically, in layman's terms, deaden the nerves a little bit, so it reduces the pain you feel. Generally, after that 48 hours is up, you want to switch over to heat. Okay, that's going to stimulate blood supply again to the area, loosen up the area, and of course you want to get moving. Now you can also use things like, topic analgesics, like the rubs. You get ibuprofen rubs. You can take oral ibuprofen, Aleve, that kind of thing. I'm not a doctor, so please talk to your doctor first before you start taking over-the-counter medicines, okay? And of course, a gentle massage will also help to release that area. Now, when that initial pain is subsided, it could be 2, 3, 4, 5 days, okay? You want to start getting active again. Now, what are the best things to do? Well, I do have various other videos and such on that, but one of the best ones you can do is walking. Yep, just good old walking. Get out there, okay? Get walking around your block, around the garden, okay? A brisk walk is a really good way to start moving again, get the blood pumping, nice tall posture, okay? You can look at swimming. Now, with swimming, you get the different strokes, of course. You get the crawl, freestyle, breaststroke, backstroke. Okay, it's good to mix up the strokes if you know how to do them. It's good to get into that sort of aquatic, if you've got aquatic therapy, so to speak. Another great one is weight training. Now, I'm not saying you jump into doing deadlifts and squats. I don't mean that. But just the act of doing some nice, carefully controlled weight training exercises, especially in the core. I've actually got a very good video on the beginner's core exercises, and it'll flash up at the end of this video. So wait to the end, you go and check them out. It's just ideally for people who've just coming back from injury. It's a nice, easy beginner's examples of some simple core exercises you can do to help strengthen your core. Another great exercise, of course, is yoga and Pilates. Again, don't overdo it. Take your time, speak to the instructor, say, hey, I've had a bit of a back problem, I've got some back pain. You want to make sure they kind of look after you a little bit, but it is one of the most recommended exercises you can do to help with your back pain. And number 5, I kind of touched already, is actually water therapy, aqua therapy. So not so much swimming, but I've got a couple of clients who do this. I get them to go to the pool and I get them to walk widths. So they want to be the water, it's just over waist height. It's actually quite hard for you to walk through. And you're walking against the water, because obviously it gives you some resistance, okay, but your posture's still good. You're working a little bit of your core. And it's a nice way to get some kind of exercise without having to go. Some people are not great swimmers, okay, myself included. I've got ridiculously heavy legs. So when I was, back in my time with my really bad herniated disc, I did quite a lot of this, like water walking. I would go in there and just like walk across it to widths. A little bit of cardio, but it's a little bit of strength in my legs and my core as well. So I do recommend water therapy as well. It's a good exercise you can start with. So whatever you do, guys, don't remain sedentary for too long, okay? That's just going to exacerbate the problem, make things worse overall, reduce the load carrying capacity of your spine, and it's going to put you in a worse place. So try to get active as soon as possible after that first couple of pain days are over, and get yourself back out there, obviously in a safe and controlled manner. Now, folks, listen, if you have enjoyed this today's video, please like, share. Any questions, comments, hit me up down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Have a great day.